Hello. My name is Kallista, and welcome back to Pentiment. In the last episode, we were exploring Tassing as Magda, seeing everything through her eyes. Now, we have arrived at Clara's home. It seems that she has had another kid. Christina was her mother's name, after all. And I would assume this is her new husband. Now, I don't believe we ever met Black Till as Andreas. However, we did meet an old Till. So I would assume this is maybe his son, maybe, you know, it could be some kind of like nephew perhaps, and he was named after his uncle. I'm not entirely sure. Hello, Magdalene. Hello, Black Till. Also, let me just start up my timer before I forget. There we go. Eva. Hello, Magda. Hello, my dear. And, oh. Hi, Magda. Hello, Christina. What are you doing today? Helping, Mum. Yeah, okay, this is her kid. Ots is right, you're really pretty. Oh, thank you, Christina, you're really pretty too. Huh? He said that? Okay, so I guess Ots is... I don't want to call it teasing, because teasing diminishes it. I'm not a fan of that. This happened to me. When I wasn't Magda's age. I was a little girl like Christina, but, you know, if a boy, you know, pulled my hair or something in nursery, then my parents would treat it as like, oh, he's teasing you because he likes you. And it's like, he's hurting me. He's pulling my hair. I don't like this. Why isn't he being taught, keep your hands to yourself? If you like someone, you don't hurt them. Why is he being taught that's okay? Why am I being taught, oh, you accept this, if someone likes you, they hurt you? Why is this okay? So, like, I don't want to say he's teasing Magdalene, because that diminishes the fact that he's being kind of a dick to her. He's like, oh, you're right, Mags. I don't like being called Mags. I like being called Magdalene. Oh, why are you being so stuck up, Mags? Mags. Like, he's being rude to her. He's being rude. I don't want to diminish that, but he likes her, and therefore he's okay, I'll be rude to her. I think Magda is savvy enough that she would realise that. I think Magda is savvy enough. I mean, we shouldn't take it out on Christina. We shouldn't take it out on his little sister. Like, she's just innocently going about her business. Oh, thank you, Christina. You're really pretty too. Thank you. Don't tell, it's a secret. Oh, I'll keep it secret. I definitely won't. Oh, I'll keep it secret. You're funny, Magda. Oh, she's so fucking cute. She's so fucking cute. And her older brother, though. Her older brother, we're just going to ignore him. We're just going to pretend that we don't know anything about his crush. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh. See, he's doing it again. He's doing it again. Bitch, no. No, thank you. Hey again, Mags. Are you serious? I just told you not to call me that. And what are you all doing out here? Don't you have better things to do? What business is that of yours? Okay, hello there, Krafft. And orange hair. Hello. Not me, all my work's done, Mags. What do you care? It's not like you've got important work to do. Apollo? Oh. Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Oh my goodness. Okay, so tinker. Magdalene maintains and tinkers with the press and type and sometimes works with Baltus. Domestics. Magdalene can handle anything connected with household or animal work or bookkeeping. Magdalene is proficient with balancing numbers and general accounting of data and information. Okay, I'm drawn to either bookkeeping or tinkering. This reminds me a little bit of the, was it the logistician? It was the logical background that we picked for Andreas, and that really came in handy. At the same time, this would make sense. Her dad is he's the printer. It would make sense, you know, she's grown up around a printing press. She would know how to work it. She would know how to fix it if anything goes wrong there. This one I'm not so interested in. I've got to be honest. I'm like, domestics, nah. Ooh. I'm not sure. This I think makes the most sense. Well, to be fair, domestics would also make sense because she is a woman. She would probably be expected to, like, you know, oh, you're just living with your dad. You know, obviously the man can't do all the household work. It would surely fall to the young lady at the time. Like, this would make sense, but it doesn't interest me. I mean, maybe her dad doesn't do the bookkeeping. You could make an argument for that. I mean, he wasn't the one who made the presses either. He worked the press. He did all of the tinkering with it. His wife was the creative one who did all the woodcuts. Maybe he doesn't do his own bookkeeping. I feel like this is more useful. And I can come up with a reason why Magda would be doing this. So yeah. I keep my dad's business running and profitable. I handle... No, wait a minute. I forgot who I'm doing then. Yeah, you have my voice. I keep my dad's business running and profitable. I handle all of our orders and make sure everything's delivered on time. That seems a little more important than standing around the commons in the middle of the day. Must be nice to have money. You don't have to brag about it. Doesn't really sound like women's work anyway, if you ask me. Right, no one did. Calm down, Mags. You're going to get a reputation. Too late to worry about that. She already has a reputation. Oh, okay. Barbs. Magdalene is skilled at stinging, countering, and otherwise deflating people in conversation. She already kind of has that. I've picked up on that. She has an attitude and I like it. Flirt. Magdalene likes to... I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. Magdalene likes to playfully tease and flirt with people. Haggle. Magdalene is a strong negotiator, whether it comes to finances or other matters of trade. Snoop. Magdalene has a penchant for sneaking around, eavesdropping on conversations, and passing gossip. Ooh. I want to get rid of flirt. I'm getting rid of that because otherwise she'll end up being too much like Andreas. I picked, God, what was it? Logistician, medical, and the carouser backstories. Having one similarity, okay, yeah, I'm good with that. Having multiple, let's try and avoid that, methinks. This would fit with the personality we're seeing. She definitely... Magda has a backbone. You can tell that. Magda has a very strong backbone. the same time, generally speaking, I'm not one. I'm not what, like, it is very rare that I play an outright dick in a video game. I will do it from time to time, but I prefer to be genial. I prefer to be persuasive rather than, oh, fuck you, give me the information I want. I mean, she's taking care of the bookkeeping. She's making sure, okay, we've got to get this order out on this time, we've got to get this to there, and blah, blah, blah. It would make sense that she's also negotiating. She's taken over the business side of her father's business. She's doing the bookkeeping, she's doing doing the negotiating, and her father can just focus on the press. This would probably be the most useful. Because again, this is a murder mystery game. Oh. Our father's getting letters in purple ink. I don't want him to die. I can only hope that someone else is getting them. But if our father is the victim for Act 3, you know, eavesdropping, that would be super fucking relevant. But I like the story aspect of this. Magda has taken over the bookkeeping. She's taken over the negotiating. From a story perspective, I like this. You've said that before, and it doesn't make any sense. I bargain like a man. What does that even mean? Well, what it sounds like. You're still mad at me because I convinced Gret to give me her last pretzel on Friday. Let it go. Easy for you to say when you've got the pretzel. All right, we got it. Lay off. Did you get those things your dad wanted? Yes, that's why I was on my way to the Rathaus. Hopefully I can drop these off and start my reading for the day. Reading? What book is so important that you need to get back to it? Oh, hell, we're just getting all of the options, like, go, go, go. This is where you form Magda. Polyglot. Magda can't speak any foreign languages other than Italian, but she can read a little of almost all of them. Volksbücher, maybe, or Volksbücher? Magdalene is familiar with the most popular common books of the day, assorted trivia, almanacs, common knowledge, and scatological stories. Wait a minute. Oh god, is this... Her dad kept on printing the story about the guy who made people eat shit. I don't know. Reformation. Magdalene has read a wide range of contemporary books on the Reformation and Counter-Reformation. Okay, so this is more religious. I'm inclined to go with polyglot. That's quite cool. Can we stop reading stories about shit and eating shit, please? I don't want to do that. So yeah, that leaves me with polyglot and the Reformation. Yeah, I'm more drawn to this. I don't know what this means. I'm gonna hope that's the title of the book. Don Florizel de Nikia. Don what? Florizel like flower? It's a knightly romance written in Castilian. Did I say Ratten? I'm gonna read this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry with all the tongue fumbles. I'm in quite a bit of pain. I've pulled a muscle in my neck, and every time I move my head or jaw, I get this... It's like a burst of pain that goes from the base of my skull down my neck along my shoulder. And it hurts like hell, and it's really rather distracting. Florizel, like the flower? It's a knightly romance written in Castilian. Such a beautiful language. Who speaks that? People from Castile. Never heard of it. Right, sounds made up. Don't you read all sorts of books about knights and whatever? Okay. Is this... That had a unique symbol. Is this because of the book? We bought Magdalene a book in Act 2. And that was a, oh god, it was one of the Arthurian knights. Was it Lancelot? Yes. Knights, princesses, gods, monsters, that sort of thing. I'm named after a god. I'm aware, Apollo. Yes, your sister too. What's a good story about Apollo? Once he was so obsessed with a girl that she begged the gods to turn her into a tree so he'd stop bothering her. That sounds like you, Apollo. God damn it. Wait, Ots, aren't you supposed to be at the Rathaus too? You're on the council. He's on the council? He's a boy. Sure, but it's pointless without your dad's plans. Let's go. Fine. But I never looked at the bakery. Oh my god, Klaus is an old man. Oh my god, everyone's a Big George. Big George and Father Thomas looking old as fuck. And Werner looking fine as fuck. He has aged very well. Oh, Paul. He looks so tired, but I'm pretty sure that's Paul. Oh, I don't understand how we're still arguing about this. These murals should depict the truth. What we know is the truth. I don't think it's so simple, Klaus. Are you afraid of angering our Lord, Father Thomas? It is Paul. Also, Big George is missing an eye. Dear God. I think Father Thomas means that the truth is not so easily agreed upon. I don't know. I'm tired of arguing. I just want it to look nice and show what happened. Magdalene, thank you for bringing these. Maybe illustrations will succeed where talking has failed. I'm done arguing with them. I'll see you at home for supper. It's all right, Magdalene. We don't need to see the drawings. It's not that we don't understand what he's trying to do. I didn't realise we had upset him so much. You don't realise much! Oh, you would have thought with Otto's death, everything would have gone straight back to normal. No! Oh, I didn't realise we'd upset him so much by... I got the tail end of that. You know, he wants to do something that is true, and he's like, yeah, maybe no, let's not do the truth. Is this about, are they doing a mural of the burning of the Abbey? Maybe not that, but, you know, Tassing's history. And Father Thomas is like, we should cover up evidence of the riot and the soldiers and all of that. And Klaus is like, no, it happened. It happened. We need to reference it. Like, that would be my best guess. I didn't realise we had upset him so much. Sounds like things got worse after I left. Well, we've been arguing about this for almost 2 hours. Jesus Christ. For all the good it did us, he hasn't budged. What's the point of talking if you can't make any progress? Magdalene, could you speak to your father? Help him see things from our point of view. Father Thomas, I don't even know what you're all arguing about. So in the end, I ran to get plans that you don't want to see, and now you want me to do something else for you. If we had picked Barb's, what option would we have been given? Because that's pretty bitchy. So how bitchy would Barb's have been? Father Thomas, I don't even know what you're all arguing about. What is your point of view? Klaus has strong, very strong opinions on how the history of Tassing, of Kearsau Abbey, should be portrayed. And those portrayals may upset some of our neighbours. Isn't the real concern that it's going to upset the Lord? Paul is just like, we must not offend Jesus. Oh, no. No, it's not Jesus, it's whoever is the literal Lord. Isn't everyone really worried about him coming here someday and seeing the revolt memorialized on the wall? You keep saying that we all disagree with him. I don't think I do, not entirely. Well, what do you think, George? Say nothing. Well, what do you think, George? That's interesting. Ours is bright red, and I'm pretty sure the younger folks' little box is bright red. George is kind of faded. I know I'm not the smartest man in this room, but I know what happened to my own dad. I know what he did. It doesn't feel right to ignore what happened to him. What happened to Otto? Look, you all knew my dad. I never had the chance. I don't want to make the people in this town angry. I don't want to make our Lord angry. None of us do, but maybe there's a way to tell this story in the way that's true without upsetting anyone. So, it's all very complicated, you see, Magdalene. Trying to get him to consider a portrayal of our history with a little less... Oh, that's a little less inflammatory. My father was deeply affected by the revolt. It won't be easy to convince him of anything. I don't think it's as complicated as you all think. So you want me to convince him to do what you say. I'm sure that will work. Ooh. So from what I understand, we've got Ott, who is kind of like, hey, I just don't want anyone to be upset. We've got Paul, who's like, we shouldn't upset the Lord of the Land. We've got Father Thomas, who's like, don't fucking mention it. We've got Big George, who's like, we should mention it. And then we've got Werner, who's like, what is even true? What is even true here? And Klaus, who's like, total honesty, we should portray what happened as it happened. It's part of our history. We shouldn't be diminishing that. Okay. I'm drawn to this. If Magda has an idea. It's between these two. I think Magda is used to speaking her mind. Also, she's so short. I've just noticed her height. She's so short. Oh, yeah, I was drawn to this one first. I don't think it's as complicated as you all think. We need to come to an agreement or call off the mural entirely. He's been wanting to paint this mural for years. You can't tell him no all of a sudden. Then help us, Magdalene. Your father will listen to you. All right, I won't promise anything, though. He's already hard enough to convince. Fine, but only so he can paint it, not on account of your bickering like children. She really has. She really has a sharp tongue on her. Oh, I like you, Magda. I like you. All right, I won't promise anything, though. He's already hard enough to convince. Now, I'm going back home. This mess has taken up too much of my day already. Oh my god, that's cool. I'm about to sneeze. Bless me. Oof. Oh, my neck. My neck. The pain was delayed. Oh. I sneezed and then my neck remembered, oh yeah. Ow, why? I don't even know how I pulled a muscle in my neck. That's the thing. I haven't done anything where I'd be like, oh yeah, I did this doing that. I just, oh. I don't even think I slept on it funny. It just, God damn. Magdalene. Thank you for bringing the drawings to the Rathaus. I'm sorry it was a waste of time. Those men don't know what they want. When I tell them what I'm trying to do, they get scared. Then they talk and talk and talk. They talk all day, and we are never any closer to a decision. I'm sick of it. Sick of the whole thing. Dad, I'm worried about you. Can you just start working on it? If they don't like it, they'll have to figure it out for themselves. They'd probably stop arguing if you just proposed something more predictable. Oh. I mean, I'm worried because I know what the purple ink letter means. Oh, and I would like to note that Father Thomas appears to be on the council. He's there for all of the meetings. And Klaus is kicking up a fuss about portraying the revolt as it actually was. Oh, God. Dad, I'm worried about you. I know, I appreciate the concern. I suppose I haven't been this upset about something in a while. I'll get through it, though. I just need time. Why is it bothering you so much? We hear all of these stories about what this place was, how it came to be. And it feels like history is something that happened before, happened to other people. But 18 years ago, we lived through something. You and I, everyone in Tassing. Everyone wants to forget about it, pretend it didn't happen. You don't. No, I don't. All those years ago, I did nothing. I was worried for you, worried for Benjamin and Rachel and Esther. Yet they were his friends. I remember that. They were his friends. They were visiting him. And oh my God, the baby's all grown up. Oh my goodness. I was worried for you, worried for Benjamin and Rachel and Esther. I was so afraid that I'd lose you. I wouldn't have been able to bear it. In the end, so many people died anyway. Peter and Ulrich and Andreas and all of the others. So Peter did die. Peter did die in the revolt. I can't say I'm surprised by that. Oh. And we lived. Dad, everyone says that it wouldn't have made any difference. If you and the others had fought, you would have died. I would have died. Maybe I could have stopped him from going to the mill. Or maybe we could have stopped the peasants from burning it down. But we'll never know. You can't change the past, Dad. Is that what this is about, this mural? It's not about changing the past. It's about having it there in view. Because here's the thing, if everyone just forgets, if everyone forgets what's happened, you can effectively change the past. Not literally, but in everyone's collective memories. If you tell this story about, like, oh yeah, the revolt never happened, it never happened, there was never any revolt in Tassing, eventually people will believe that. People will believe that, and you'll get visitors, oh, I heard there was a revolt here. No, there's never been any revolt in Tassing. And that lie becomes true. Because it happened so long ago, and no one remembers. And now the lie is the truth, and he wants to prevent that. Is that what this is about, this mural? It's a chance to put something down in a place where everyone can see. If people start to forget, this will remind them. We were here, this happened. If I don't do it, who will? You're right, Dad. Don't let it get to you. This means so much to him. And you can tell Magda loves her dad. We have not had a single spiky option with him. We have not had a single option. Oh, there goes my timer. We've not had a single option where I'm like, oh, you've got an acidic tongue, Magda. You've got an acidic tongue. They're all very kind, very understanding. She clearly loves her dad, and I think she'd support him. You're right, Dad. I wish the men in that rat house saw me the way that you do. They'll come around one way or another. You'll figure it out. I don't necessarily think they will, especially if Father Thomas is there. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. He has been central to too many things. And now that we know our dad is getting these letters, well, again, Magda wouldn't, but us the player, Klaus is getting these letters telling him to stop. Klaus, he was always so, I don't know if mild-mannered is the term I want to use, but generally speaking, he kept to himself. He didn't get involved in other people's business. I can't see him running around town getting up to shit. I imagine it's probably just the thing with the rat house. So we're looking for someone on the council, someone who is there, who is listening to all of these arguments. And we have Father Thomas, and he was too central to all of the other mysteries. In Act 1 and Act 2, Father Thomas is kind of the through line. And I'm just... I don't think they will. I don't think they will. One way or another, you'll figure it out. I hope so. All the arguing has left me beat. I'm going to bed early. All right, I'm going to stay up for a bit and write a letter to Esther. Good. Please say hello to her from me. And her parents, I know, Dad. Good night, Magdalene. I love you. I love you too. All this running around has left me tired too. It'll be nice to sit down at my desk and just write for a while. Oh, that... I'm wondering how soon we're going to get to the next murder. I'm wondering how soon. Because that, to me, felt like a final conversation. You know, they've said, oh, I love you too, Dad. Oh, isn't this nice? I am concerned. I am deeply concerned, and I am also out of time for this episode. In the next one, we write a letter to Esther. That'll be lovely. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.